Hey, curl friends. Welcome back to Cocaknotz, home of the Long Hair Society. If it's your first time here, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be a part of the Long Hair Society, because over here, we believe long hair is our destiny and big hair is our birthright. And we only coming for them inches and trying to get long hair. Then we get the money, then we get the power, and then we gonna get that respect. Okay, so let's get into this video. You see it. She is here to get a protective style, but before I do protective style, girl, I gotta deal with all of this. Cause what is this? Okay. She had a protective style in for a couple of months, and then she took out her protective style and then showed up like this and said, girl, help me out. And I was like, girl, I got you, boo. So let's get into this video. Hit that subscribe button and let me show you how I tame this mane. Now, let me give you guys a gem. Don't you ever touch your natural kinky coily hair while it's dry. If you do that, it's going to break. You got to make sure that thing wet first before you touch it, honey. So you're going to grab a water softener, a water conditioner, and you're going to put it in a water bottle that has 1 to 2 ounces of water in there, okay? So I grab my mister bottle and I'm going to put the water softener into the bottle, and then I'm going to grab my ultimate detangler, because honey, I'm about that soft life. I don't do nothing struggle in my life at all, and that includes struggling with no nappy kinky hair. Boo boo. I make sure that thing's soft before I start playing with it. And then I have to use a hot oil treatment once I get the hair nice and detangled. This is going to make sure the hair is strengthened again to handle another protective style, because if you want to be doing this protective style journey to get length retainment, you got to make sure that hair is always strong. So let me go ahead and soften my water, because we don't use hard water on our hair. Our hair is very bougie, and it wants some vitamin water. It wants some coconut water. It wants some real good water that's has a pH, that's alkaline, that's some good water, okay, honey? So don't be using your regular water on it. Don't be using distilled water only. You got to put in some oils in there that is specifically going to make sure that that water is softened. Look how that water turns to conditioner water that quick, okay? Now your hair is going to have a good proper meal, because your hair only eats water. It don't eat oxtails. It don't drink Hennessy. It only drink water, okay? So make sure you give it the best of the best water. You can grab that Elixir from cocaknotz.com. All the products will be linked in the description, and I am going to feed my hair, because oils and butter do not feed your hair. It only seals in the water for a longer period of time, so your hair has time to eat the water, okay? Oils and butters also just give little doses of vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and amino acids to help build the protein keratin in your hair. Okay, so as you can see, I am getting the hair moisture down because I want to section her hair before her wash. And I told you I don't be touching dry hair, so I got to make sure that hair is moisturized first before I can even start making some sections. And as you can see, I'm only using the tail of comb, because girl, I don't be using a comb on people's hair. I can't fight, and I don't want nobody fighting me, okay? And I'm tender-headed myself, so I don't be using a comb. I use a parting stick, or I use the tail of the comb to go through the hair, and I gently separate the hair, okay? By you spraying the hair down allows the hair to actually be easier to manage and get through it and do some type of parting and sectioning. So as you can see, I am separating any webbing and creating parts so I can section the hair for her wash. Take your time, go slow. Listen, natural hair may seem like it's strong and is made of wires, but each strand is very delicate, like silk. So you really have to take your time, okay? You really have to be very gentle and use a soft hand. Don't be acting like you training gorillas and be using a strong hand on nobody's hair. You got to go real slow and take your time and basically just act like you love and care for somebody's hair. well, I do. So I actually love and care for people hair. So I'm going to make sure I'm very gentle getting through their hair. And as you can see, you don't see her flinching or nothing like that, because you really have to be as gentle to the point where the person can literally fall asleep. Yeah, it takes a little bit longer, but if you want somebody to really treat your hair really good and make sure you are length retaining and you're not losing hair, you gotta pay to play, baby, and you gotta go somebody who's gonna take their time in your hair. So as you can see, the hair is soaking up some of the conditioned water, so I'm able to really move through it and get some type of sectioning before I start to finger detangle. So now that I got it separated a little bit, I'm going to create another section because I want to get 4 to 8 sections in her hair so I can shampoo, because I highly recommend you don't try to shampoo with all your hair out, because that's going to create more tangles, and we bought that finger detangling life. So you really want to wash hair in sections. That way it's easier on you. You have some type of organization when you're going through somebody here. You don't want to just be winging it and then you be in a whole heap of trouble. Nah, we ain't doing that. So now that I have a section done, go ahead and add some more water. You guys, somebody hit me up and was like, girl, I didn't know that your products was that small. And you guys, I list the ounces of each product. And it's not that our products are small. They're not small. They're just normal size, but we get this confusion because our hair seems so rough that we need a lot of product, and it's the opposite. You need less product and more water. Your hair only eats water, so you should only be focusing on tons and tons and tons of water and dime size amount of products. So your products should last long, because you should understand the concept of hydrotherapy and healing your hair with water, growing your hair with water, because your hair only eats water. I'm gonna keep telling y'all until you understand that hair only eat water. So now it's time for me to add that ultimate detangler. It's the growth sauce. I call it the growth sauce because it helps you finger detangle, which is going to help with length retainment. So therefore, it's a sauce that's gonna grow your hair. So I squeeze it out on the hair, and this small amount is going to help me get through the hair. The hair is thoroughly saturated with the water, and with that product is going to add so much slip for me to get through and feel any knots, undo any webbing, get through any tangles, and really separate the hair with as little shedding as possible. If I would use the comb, girl, I'll fill that comb up. I have to be emptying that comb every comb through. And that's why you can't use the comb, because the comb is literally snagging, popping, tweezing, snipping your hair. That's why it hurts, because it's literally plucking out your hair. So please do not use the comb unless you are sure you thoroughly finger detangled first. Now, you don't even need the comb at all. To tell you the truth, I haven't used the combs in my hair in years, but you want to get to the point where you are using a comb between 1 to 4 times per year. Okay, that's how good you want to get with finger detangling. Your hair ain't gonna dread up, and to be quite frank with you, you can never get the tangles out. If you are on this natural hair journey, you have to realize, if you look like me and you skin folk like me and you color folk, you got to understand that your hair is natural, kinky, coily, curly. It's beautiful, but it tangles. You are not European. You are not Asian. You have kinky, coily hair that likes to hug. So don't you ever get it twisted that your hair is going to ever be detangled. As soon as you comb through it in an hour, that thing gonna start hugging back up and it's gonna be tangled all over again. So get that in your head, that don't get obsessed with trying to detangle your hair all the time. All you have to know is, if you do not want dreadlocks, always stop your hair right before it starts to dread and do a finger detangle, separate it, use protective stylings and things like that. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing like I did in that section. You've seen that other section, I was satisfied with the finger detangling, and then I twisted it up. Now I'm working on the other side. And if you reach this point in the video, I want to let you guys know that I do offer virtual consultations. I have been offering them for some time, and I have have helped so many people. Do not feel like I have to be in your face to give you a proper consultation, okay? Even though that's good too. But if you are not in my city, not in my state, not in my country, we can do virtual consultations, and I have helped so many people take advantage of their long hair journey. Okay, you may think you understand your hair, but you probably don't. Okay, and you probably need somebody to just unlock and help you realize your hair consciousness, and that's just going to help you understand your hair, really know how to take your hair from 8 inches to 18 inches and really understand why your hair is shedding, why your scalp is irritated, why you have dandruff, why your edges ain't growing, why your man left you. Okay, I can't help you with that, honey. But maybe if you grow your hair long, he might come back. I don't know. So make sure if you are interested in any hair consulting, you hit me up in my email, fullofcrystals@gmail.com for right now, until I get something where I can update you guys on where to book your virtual consultations. But it will help you. We will talk about the history of hair. We will talk about what you're doing wrong, what you can do right, your product usage, why your scalp is irritated, why your hair has not been retaining length. So much things we can go over, and it can really help you on your journey. And by the end of the year, you can really tap in and take advantage of getting some inches, boo, and really just walk in your glory and become the queen you're supposed to be, because your crown is going to be on point. So now that I got her hair mostly sectioned, we are going to be leaving out the front of her hair for her protective style. So I wanted to cover her grays a little bit, make her feel more comfortable. So then I went ahead and used the natural shampoo and shampooed out her hair. I did the hot oil treatment before that, and now I'm using the deep nourishing oil, putting it on her hair because I use that to blow dry. And yes, you can use a natural oil to blow dry. It will be a heat protectant. Then I'm going to go ahead and add this cocoa custard to her hair so it can be nice and moisturized and frizz free, so I can braid her down because she's getting a sewing. Make sure you stay tuned for the next video so you can see her sewing and how great it looks. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something on how to finger detangle. Make sure you are subscribed, because once you on this channel, girl, you gonna learn. Listen, you gonna learn how to grow some hair. You gonna learn how to grow your hair, your mammy hair, your grandmammy hair, your kids' hair, everything, your man hair. Girl, go ahead and subscribe, boy. Go ahead and subscribe. See you in the next one.